my friend Reverend Hamilton, and to all of the other ministers and citizens of this community seated here on the rostrum, ladies and gentlemen. I need not pause to say how very delighted I am to be in the city of Augusta tonight and to be a part of this spirit. There are approximately 2,800,000,000 people in this world. The vast majority of these people are colored, living in Asia and Africa. For years, most of them have been dominated politically, exploited economically, segregated and humiliated by some foreign power. Then the wind of change began to blow. 25 years ago, there were only 3 independent countries in the whole of Africa. Think about it. I remember when Mrs. King and I went to Africa for the first time back in 1957 to attend the independence celebration of the new nation of Ghana. There were only 8 independent countries in Africa, and we were happy to know that something was happening, and there were 8 independent countries in Africa. But since that day, in 1957, exactly 21 new independent countries have come into being in Africa. And as these new nations come into being, what are the leaders saying and what are the people saying? They are saying that racism and colonialism must go. And they are making it clear that they will not follow or respect any nation that will subject a segment of its citizenry on the basis of race and color. And so let us say to those who are trying to hold us down, let us say to those who are trying to preserve segregation, that the hour is late. The clock of destiny is ticking out. Let us say to them that we have now cranked up the motor and we are moving up the highway of freedom toward the city of equality, and we can't afford to stop now. We can't afford to stop because our nation has a date with destiny. We must keep moving. And so in a real sense, those of us who are working to end segregation, whether we are working as Negroes or whether our allies in the white community are working with us, all in America who are working to end segregation, are working to make the American dream a reality. And these persons may well be the saviors of democracy. We say in the Southern Christian Leadership Conference that our mission is to save the soul of America. And this is what we are doing as we struggle all over the South. And I would like to suggest to you this evening some of the things that we must do, that we must continue to do in order to make the American dream a full reality in this day and in this age. First, I want to say that we must continue courageously to challenge the system of segregation. Segregation is a moral evil. And we must make it clear that we will not accept racial segregation in any form. We will not accept it because racial segregation relegates persons to the status of things. We will not accept it because segregation is a cancer in the body politic which must be removed before our democratic health can be realized. Now I know that we have made some strides all over the South. Things are happening. The state of Georgia has made some significant strides in race relations. That points, these gains have come with surprisingly little resistance. The massive resistance of some forces in the white community has been challenged by the massive insistence of the Negro community. And there can be no doubt that this confrontation has resulted in the steady decline of the forces of massive resistance. But in spite of these meaningful strides,